Yo, what's good, everybody? It's your man, Legacy the Prince.
I am Queen Lee.
It's your boy, DJ B4EY.
Yes, sir. It's the Fresh Leftovers Radio Show, and we are back.
Biggie, back. Biggie, back.
Hey! Yo, it's the world's most dangerous Christian hip-hop radio show, Fresh Leftovers, broadcasting worldwide. Right?
No.
It's switched up.
It's a different thing now.
It's switched up.
I know you.
Yeah. Flow Radio Show.
Can't say who we bought.
Not yet. We're working on big business. Yo,
Yay.
flowradioshow.com. You know the vibes. We live and certified, man. Yo, the queen is back. The queen is back.
Today.
Again.
Yo, she's back, man. Yo, how you been, sis?
I have been great. Y'all took my line away, so I guess I need to know some.
Yeah. You ain't checking the group chat.
That's exactly what
No,
I said. It was in that long message.
I'm on tour. It is. I don't be keeping knowing.
Hold on. Stop. You didn't read the message.
What message?
All right,
You didn't know,
cool.
so you didn't listen to the message.
Oh, the 8-minute message you put in
No,
there?
it was a total of 18 minutes. That man DJ, boy.
DJ,
Like, bro, you know nobody's listening to this, bro.
Let him finish.
Do we got 18 minutes to spare in the day? We do not. Yeah.
He chopped it up
That's
like 5
exactly what
minutes
God is saying to
here,
y'all.
8
He's
minutes
like,
here,
I've been
7
trying to
minutes.
to y'all for 18 years and y'all ain't listen.
Why you gotta get all holy on us like that, bro?
Are we not holy in here?
All right, man.
All right.
Queen Lee, how you been, man?
I've been great.
Good. How's tour going?
Tour is going good.
Don't lie, your people's here. Don't lie, they watching. They watching. Don't lie.
No, tour is going good. We at the halfway point now, and I feel like when you get to the halfway point, it's kind of like oh my God, I'm almost home. But it's still like, oh my God, the Lord is still teaching me a lot.
Oh.
So it's like you in the middle, so you can either shift your perspective towards I'm almost home, or okay, God, give me all that you can give me in these the rest of the half.
That's good.
So I feel like that's where I'm at.
That is good. That is good.
Right.
So we're gonna dive. It's a little. It's the pizza. It's the pizza. That little Caesar sauce. A little. We're gonna get you a little acid reflux.
Yeah. Need some milk.
Yeah, yo, that little pizza solidifying your stomach is it's crazy. EY, man, my guy, how you been?
Man, God is good, bro. I missed the prayer this morning, y'all.
And
I had a chance to sit down and pray with my daughter instead.
The other, nice save. Nice save. Cause I'm about to go in. It was like, why you gotta bring baby girl in, man?
It was good.
Oh,
The
yeah.
prayer's been good.
No, we've been bodying it 5 o'clock every morning, man.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah, and I don't go back.
I tried my hardest not to. My roommate in here right now. I tried my hardest not to wake
You
up
see her
this
face?
morning.
She's like,
I said,
that's why.
I said, y'all, I gotta get off here in a minute. My roommate is asleep.
Yeah.
Bree was knocked out. I felt so bad because my phone and my alarm went off at 5 a.m. So, yeah.
You got a
Hold on,
separate alarm from the phone?
So I had an alarm. No, I'm saying my phone, as in y'all called.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
So my alarm went off, and then y'all started calling. So it was like all at one time.
Yeah.
So yeah,
That's good.
but it was a good call. It was Ebony this morning.
Okay.
Ebony.
Where's she at, Professor Doc?
Now DJ, tomorrow is your day. You can't sleep in.
No, you're right.
So do you need to set it tonight?
No, I already said it this morning.
Oh, okay.
Hold on, man.
Nah, it's cool. I believe.
Nah, bro, because
I believe.
I thought
Remember,
I
his alarm
too.
went off. He missed Tuesday.
Yeah, I missed Tuesday.
We thought he would have set the
My
alarm
phone
then. He
That's
did.
crazy.
Y'all said Dance was snoring in one of them, didn't you?
Yeah, that's for. Wow, bro. You out here speaking in tongues. All you hear is.
That's crazy. That is wild.
We deep in tongues.
I told him.
We deep in tongues.
I said, baby, when you get up, sit up. Like you can't just unlock and keep it. You gotta sit up.
He did this morning.
But he got an
saw
excuse.
Netflix.
He get off work at 2 a.m.
That's the same.
So it's like you didn't even close your eyes at that point.
Yeah.
So
I
it's
wouldn't
like-
sleep at 2 a.m.
Yo, but on the real, Des, we appreciate your sacrifice, bro, because we know that's tough. That's tough. For sure, for sure.
The crazy thing was, I was like, Lakers was like, yo, Lamar, DJ, can you turn your phone on, put it on mute? I was like, dang, was I that loud?
Nah, because you be building houses in the background and stuff.
I wouldn't even.
Yo, we praying. All you hear is. I'm like, devil? It's like, yo, that's all you hear, bro. I'm like, bro, put the phone on mute. Hey, cleaning the garage at 5 o'clock in the morning.
Bro, I was laying down listening to prayer, and all of a sudden,
What's it?
I just hear. I said, oh, and I was like, oh, you not gonna say nothing?
Yeah, that's crazy.
It was
There's
subtle.
Grace.
I know.
Okay. Legacy, how have you been?
I've been straight, man. Just cooling, just chilling. You know what I mean? God is good, man. I'm in a season of, I said it last week, I'm in a season of stillness. And there's so much blessings happening in the stillness that if I was running around being chaotic like I usually am, just trying to figure it all out, yada, 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 I probably would have missed a lot.
Yeah.
But I'm finding joy in the stillness because it's like, yo, God is like, even this season, you see what's going on, man?
Yeah.
Like, it's like, God, yo, this is crazy. Like, yo, this is really happening. You know what I'm saying? Like, you pray for stuff sometimes, and then, like, when it, I know you're supposed to pray, and it's like, yeah, you with expectation, no. But then when you start seeing it, it's like, yo, this is
Crazy.
Yo, this is wild. Yes, like something me and DJ was talking about today, like something that we needed for the team as far as a vital point. So for social media, and it was just like, all right, God, you know what we need, so do your thing. And then like, poof, boss man pull up, his wife do it. It's like, oh my God, that's crazy. Let's make it. She's like, yeah, I want to help y'all out. Like, I'm like, what? That's crazy, man. It's so crazy, bro. But it's just relinquishing fully to God. Let him do what he's doing. You know what I mean? So it's been good. I'm still getting bullied by my 3-year-old. You know, she wifey run the house, then her, and then it's like me and the dog. Somewhere.
Oh my God.
I saw how you were treating your dog on the thing.
Nah, my dog should.
You be rough with your dog.
I mean, she's a working dog. What do you expect?
I mean, still.
You wouldn't
I
work.
say the word, she gonna bite you. She gonna get you. And if I tell her to sit down, she gonna sit for 5 hours and not move. Like she a working dog. She one of them. But yeah, man. Showtime, Mr. Yedo in the building. What's up, my guy? Yo, just sit over there. Just do the thing, man. God.
Yo, that was hilarious.
Just do the thing, bro. All right, that's it, man. That's it, bro.
I was trying to get on the mic.
That's what I'm saying. I was trying to be in the mic. He mad because they in his seat. He trying to move y'all out his seat. Yo, watch out real quick. This is my time. This is my time.
He was ready.
About to just slide his head.
Yo, move over real quick. This is my time. Yo, we got Des J in the building, man. What up?
About to make room for you.
Des in the
Y'all
building.
mic over there. Y'all mic over there.
That's it, man.
Hey, with Damien in the building on the ones and twos. What's up? The mic work.
You gotta turn it on.
This the icebreaker. This,
Okay, what's up?
Yo. We got a familiar face. Your boy Sticks. Your boy Sticks.
Yo, first of all, the way Sticks pulled up on me today, I was suspicious, bro. I thought I was gonna.
Thought it was the popo.
No, at first I thought it was police because I saw a
yeah.
little blinking yellow, the blue light. And what you say? Nah, bro, because when I saw it wasn't no stickers on the side of the car. So I'm like, yo, what?
He's like, what did Legacy do?
I don't know what's popping, but I feel like I just need to go grab that real quick.
What? With the cops?
It wasn't no cop, bro. That was an unmarked vehicle. It looked like somebody bought it from the spot, bro. So I just had to go.
He said you got the knockoff police car.
Ford Escape.
Well, yeah, Super 10.
His tags don't say GOV on it.
But it was so dark in there, I couldn't see nothing through the
It's
windshield.
blacked out for sure. So you know you can't see Sticks. Man, we having a great time, man. We got a great show ahead of us, man. I'm super excited. Did I miss anybody? No? Did we miss anybody? Who did I miss? Yeah. Oh, Hollywood J, man. My fault, my brother. What's up? I said your name. You was talking. You asleep.
He did say your name, babe. You
He
didn't get
sure
on the
did. I ain't
mic.
gonna lie,
Yeah, bro.
I said your mic was over there. Hey,
Hollywood
Herschel,
J in the building, man.
Stick of that silk.
Leave him alone, bro.
Bun
Leave
it on, bro.
him alone, bro.
Why you look?
Yo, we got a dope show ahead of us, man. I'm super excited, man. The energy in the room kind of
It's
different
deep,
today.
bruh.
It's
It's
deep.
crazy in here,
Crazy. It's crazy. Look, man, we're going to introduce our guests when we come back. FlowRadioShow.com. You know the vibes. We live and certified, man. Tap in with us. We'll be right back. Yo, what's good, everybody? It's your man, Legacy the Prince.
I am Queen Lee.
It's your boy DJ Before You Why.
Yes, sir. It's the Fresh Leftovers Radio Show, FlowRadioShow.com. You know the vibes. We live and certified. Listen! Drop that. We got some special. This is a special one now.
Yeah, this crazy.
Nah, this one right here. This the family. We got family in the building. Yes, sir. All right? Yes, sir. We go way back. You know what I'm saying?
Sir.
Even though I went to my first intensive, but we go way back.
It's
My
all right.
first one, man. Listen, we got black voices in the building, y'all. Y'all make some noise.
What it do, y'all? What it do, y'all? We here, man.
Listen, I am super, super excited to have y'all here today, man. Like this is a full circle moment. You know what I'm saying? I got mad love for y'all. I'm super hyped. We gonna dive into all of it. Man, how y'all feeling, man? How y'all feeling? Y'all on tour right now?
Yes.
Right? Y'all on tour right now. How's tour going?
Amazing. We're about 5 weeks in. We got 3.5 weeks left of tour. We started in Cincinnati, made our way all the way down through New Orleans, Alabama, Tennessee. Now we're in Georgia. And then we got South Carolina and North Carolina left. So I
thought y'all was going to
smooth,
man.
First of all, I'm still impressed by the fact that Bryce drove all the way from Cali. Like that?
I did.
Hold on.
I did. My travels was crazy, y'all.
What you mean you drove all the way from Cali?
So I drove a van with a U-Haul.
In a blizzard.
In a blizzard. So I drove from California to Denver, Colorado. Got stuck in the blizzard. Dang. Like legit white out, like in the whole blizzard. Like it was crazy.
The whole van was covered?
Oh. Like we had to like get rescued. Like a stranger, like it was a stranger that came and picked us up in a random car and drove us to the hotel.
In the
like,
Dodge Ram?
It was something like that. He had a 15 cal in the back, a hunter rifle. I was like, we got in the right car because they was outside. These are the type of people that like be outside for no reason. Like they be looking for like. This is the moment they're using their truck for like they're using their truck to the fullness.
Or they looking for colors. That's what they looking
my God. Good thing we not too colored.
Oh, bless God.
I had some white folks with me. Praise God.
That's crazy because I was like, yo, homie really drove all the way from Cali. But that
15 hours from
that shows the level of like dedication.
Yeah, man.
You know
it's worth it, man. It's my first like cross country, quote unquote cross country. So I got to drive the van from North Carolina back to California.
That's crazy.
So
Who
pray for me.
You?
Bless me because it's going to be a long drive.
Who's going with you?
Right now, I'm trying to recruit.
Come on,
I'm looking at one person right now to recruit.
We'll see.
Him and his lovely lady. But we'll see. Yeah, we still trying to figure out the logistics. But yeah, man.
So real quick, we got some new faces to the table.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So introduce yourself.
Yeah, so I'm Bryce. I'm originally from Connecticut, but now live in California.
Facts.
I'm Devanya, and I'm from Florida.
Florida.
Her name Devanya Ann.
She the one.
Yo, I'm Nathan. I'm from Atlanta, Georgia, actually.
You from ATL?
Home turf, yeah.
Okay, you back home, man.
Yeah.
So a lot has transpired in the time since y'all was here, man. How transformative has things been since the first interview we had with y'all?
Dang, that was...
Sheesh.
That was like 2 years ago, and it's been wild. Like just the acceleration from the Lord of this movement. Because I think even though like sometimes when you're following God, you're like, dang, I really know this is what God's telling me to do, but you're not sure about the impact that you'll have.
Yeah.
And so now we've actually had a chance to see the impact from 2 years ago. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like we're actually able to talk to students that we met 2 years ago, and they telling us how their lives different because we came on their campus one time 2 years ago. Wow. So it's like we're actually able to start seeing some of that fruit now. That's tangible. It's not just like, oh, we was hype, it was an event, but like we can see the fruit. So anything else y'all add?
No, honestly, that was perfect. Just to your point, like...
Hey, just pull the mic towards you a little bit.
Wow.
There you go.
Am I loud? No, I'm just
kidding. There you
go. One of the students that we met our first tour is now like leading a whole women's Bible study of over 100 women. My God! And she was our host during our first tour, but she got saved. So it's like, you was our host and you wasn't saved.
Oh, wow.
And she gave her life to the Lord and then just like got immediately catapulted into all the things that the Lord had in store for her at her university.
Wow.
So it's pretty crazy.
It's crazy. I think the message that Black voices carry catapults people into their Christ and callings. Like literally, they could leave a campus in a place and then they go back that next year to that exact same place, and that person is way beyond what you would even think a person in 1 year would be. Like you're leading people in 1 year. That's crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So do y'all do like the teachings? Like do y'all do intensives when y'all in these college spaces as well? Like I guess like mini intensives, or y'all do like hardcore? Like what is it like when you? All right, so Black Voices pull up to the college campus, right? What is that week like, or what is that like? Just walk us through.
And I was about to ask you. Also, can you include how long you guys stayed? Because I don't know.
Yeah. So basically, our goal is to serve the campus however we need to, but our main way is the gospel, like point blank period. And so we gather students, we preach the gospel, we train them in evangelism, and really, like, as God leads us to equip young black leaders, that's the whole point. So sometimes that does look like teaching. Sometimes that looks like just introducing culture that, like, maybe you didn't grow up with that.
Right.
Maybe you didn't know that, like, you could live a life, like, unoffended. Maybe you didn't know these things.
Yeah.
And so whatever God, like, puts on our heart to, like, equip people to live a life fully for him, that's the whole point. And so usually we'll spend, like, 2 days out of school. And then we'll have, like, nights of worship. We'll do, like, just prayer burns. We'll do, like, whatever it takes to see the campus catalyzed for real. So yeah.
And they build real relationship. Like, we build real relationship.
Yeah. Talk your talk, girl.
Say that, Queen Lee. Be a part of the family.
Hey, Chloe, I love you. Chloe over there cracking up, having a good time. I wish she was in here. But look, it's so crazy. We go to these campuses, and the students don't want us to leave.
I would imagine.
It's like they like, no, I'm getting in the van with y'all.
Wow.
Like literally we had to stop like y'all can't come with us. Like it's so crazy because what we're essentially doing, and I can just speak for myself, the main thing that the Lord has been highlighting to me to speak to students about is identity. And that's why I couldn't let that dude leave without praying with him, and because he was saying like he still don't fully know if the Lord is calling him to music, but the Lord has catapulted him in music, so it's deception from the enemy for you to think that that's not what you're called to. And I feel like the main thing that we do is we speak identity into these students so they can know even when we leave, this is still who you are. It's not going to leave because we leave. This is still who you are. So that's why we make it our business to connect with the campus ministries and different churches around the campus so that they have somewhere to plug into once we leave. And it's not like we just leaving and now their relationship with the Lord is leaving.
That is amazing.
That's crazy. So what how many stops have you guys done so far? You said, I know it's been
over the last 2 years.
No, not 2 years, not 2 years. This tour right here.
Someone look at the spreadsheet.
we gonna assume like 13, but we're not. I don't know. We've been on the road for 5 weeks, so whatever that looks like. And
5
usually,
weeks, 13
and so it's about
stops?
2 days each city or each school.
Uh-huh.
So it's like 2 days of school, maybe a rest day in between there or a travel day, then another school, and then we'll partner with the church and then do it over again week by week.
Dang. So which has been the most impactful to you all? I know you guys are taking the gospel to the church and to these students, but what has impacted you all the most? Like, or what stop was that?
I can go first. For me, because I know they got to think about all the tours they've been on.
No, I'm talking about just
tour.
this one.
Mine is Fisk University.
Wow. Where is that?
That's in Nashville.
What's it, Tennessee? West?
Yeah, Nashville.
Oh, okay, yeah, it's in Tennessee. I feel like, so I know the gifts that the Lord has given me. Well, I think I know some of them. I know it's the prophetic, and I know it's words of knowledge, and I'm starting to think that it's discernment too. But my words of knowledge have went to the extreme level. Like, it's starting to be so sharp how I'm hearing from the Lord. So I was like literally evangelism. So Brooke be my evangelism partner. And shout out to Brooke. Brooke be my evangelism partner, and literally I will, like, we was ending evangelism time, so we supposed to be back in 1 minute. Mm-hmm. And this is my favorite one because I haven't even talked to her since, but I like love this girl and I don't even know her. But it's because our heart was so pure for the Lord. But literally evangelism was ending. We had 1 minute to meet back at our meeting place, and this girl walks past us, and the Lord was like, "Go speak to my daughter." And I'm like, we about to meet back up. I'm hungry. It's lunchtime. And then literally when I was about to like not say nothing, Brooke was like, "I think we're supposed to talk to that girl." And I was like, bruh. So we go talk to this girl, and the Lord just started downloading her life to me. Like, I was like, yeah, the man you're with is a no. You're thinking about joining this. The Lord actually said that you've been praying about this. And she was like, "How did you know?" It just started crying. And it was just like a whole moment. So it was just like, I don't know, this tour has been everything for me because it's like, wow, my level of hearing from the Lord has like, it's like you put a demand on it. Like, Lord, you got to tell me what you want me to say because you telling me to go up to this person.
Right.
So it's like, that was my most memorable one, like at Fisk University, and they were hungry.
So as tour leaders, right, how do y'all prepare yourselves with like the new incoming like students that are coming to the school, right? How do y'all prepare to take them from like this level to it's like kind of like the military. When you first get in, you green, like you don't, and the military gotta take you from being a civilian to a soldier. Like, how do y'all do that process? Because I went to the intensive and it was, bro, I'm still like, I came back different. Like I was like, I can't even. Yo, baby, I'm crying more. Like, I'm like, what is going on? Like, I'm being more vulnerable. Like, you know what I'm saying? And it's just like, I'm getting up in the morning, praying to God and seeking God differently from a different hunger. And now I'm feeling, yo, if I miss a day, I feel it. Like, I feel it. Like, yo, man, this day's not going good, man. I'm mad at everybody. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just on edge. You know, but back to my original question. How do you go from taking a person from a civilian to a soldier, so to speak?
Yeah,
or disciple?
That's a great question. I mean,
Or
I mean, I can answer this. So I spent like you're saying, the whole school situation. I was actually very involved with that entire school. They call it a house leader, so it literally means that you're living with the students that like are in the school.
Oh my.
And so I had like really hands-on experience with that, like kind of like discipleship, if not the very exact thing. Excuse me. And so, yeah, I think for me, it's like being consistent. I think in this generation, we have to understand that they're hungry to learn and they're hungry to grow. Sometimes it's easy to assume that they don't want to do that. But when you have that heart posture of like, oh no, you're hungry to grow, you're hungry to learn, it changes the game. And so when you understand that and then you're consistent with someone, that really is like the game changer for a lot of things. And discipleship is not easy. It's very costly actually. And a lot of people don't like doing it because it requires you to get your hands dirty. And it's not glamorous, right? Like I could be talking to you and I wouldn't even know that you're discipling 5 guys, but I know that you have a radio show, right? And so unless you told me like, oh, I'm discipling 5 guys, right? And so I think the same way, like I guess the approach is like, in terms of turning someone from a civilian to a soldier, it's got to be that consistency and loving someone where they're at, because when you don't love someone where they're at, you're just kind of confining them and you're kind of pushing them to a target that they don't even know is there, if that makes sense. And so I think even the success, even from, yes, Circle Rise, but even for discipleship, is being consistent, being like there for someone, loving them like when they're on top and they're doing great, and loving them when they're like, hey, like I'm trying to do this, I'm trying to do that, like help me out here. And I think that was the glorious thing of that season, is just walking with, I mean, Paul is on our team and I got to see him grow from October to now. And it's so day and night just from what the Lord's taking him from. And so it's just being consistent, being there when they need you the most. So, yeah.
Paul, where's Paul?
He in the back. Shout out Paul, man.
I wanted to
Dallas,
ask
baby.
You
want to ask him?
I mean, yeah, I can ask
Paul,
him.
come here.
Come on in here, gang.
Pull up, brother.
Yeah, just walk around. He eating pizza.
Oh, he went to the bathroom.
That's
Crazy.
Well, I can answer it, but I want somebody to answer this. What has it cost you?
Ooh, wow, that's a great question.
I really, because oh, he came in.
Is he in?
Anybody can answer this. What has it cost you?
Yeah, I mean,
You good?
like, are you talking about like cost us to be a missionary?
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
just in general? Yeah.
Because missionary is not,
Yeah,
it's not
no,
easy.
you can say it again for sure. Literally, actually, an angel literally just said it. It really is everything. I think the more I walk out my life as a missionary, the more I realize, like, dang, the Bible literally says it's no longer I who live, and we experience that on a daily basis. There's a reality that, like, when we show up on campuses, when we show up in these communities, people are literally looking to us for a breakthrough. And so the more I think like, okay, I'm the one that's bringing it, the harder it becomes, because we're human. So it's like, yo, I can't sustain anything in my own strength. So it literally has to be like no longer I that live, but Christ who lives in me. And I would say part of the joy of what we do is kind of what Carlton touched on. We've seen people go from A to B, like over the course of 2 years or so. Literally, some of our friends at the AUC, one of our friends, Maurice, like he went from just being like kind of like lukewarm, normal Christian to now leading one of like the biggest Bible studies on campus, leading prayer burns. Like we've seen so much fruit and transformation, and it produces like this hunger of like, yo, man, what if Jesus actually wanted to change our generation for real? And I think like having the vision for that of like, man, this life was never meant to be lived just for me. Like I actually believe Jesus can change my generation, like for real. And so I think like that like daily means that when I pay a cost, it's not for nothing. It's not wasted. Jesus doesn't like pick that up and like store it for later. He actually like cashes that in now. It's like a now faith for real of like, yo, God, I am counting on you to do something different in our generation. And so if you don't do it, then I have nothing. And so I think that's part of what makes the cost so like worth it to pay for real.
Wow.
No, I was just gonna say something along the same lines, like literally everything. Even when I just think about stuff that I've necessarily like left behind and I deemed as like worthy, but stepping into a place of like, wow, Jesus, you mean so much more than that. And I think it's so easy, even though like saving souls and all of that is like amazing, at the end of the day, just really learning, I'm so content with just being at the feet of Jesus no matter where I'm at. If he send me to Africa, okay, God, I give you my yes, I'll go. If you send me back home and I'm at somebody's store or I'm at somebody's place like sweeping and mopping floors, I'm content with that as long as I'm simply being obedient to Jesus. But even with that, it's so easy to say, but really harder to do, because you're really coming out of agreement with so many like just fleshy things and walking in oneness with the Spirit. And so, yeah.
Can I add to that?
Yeah.
And I love how she said coming out of agreement with fleshy things. And even that, like, fleshy things don't mean bad. Like, I'm not just talking about, okay, I'm coming out of agreement with saying cool. That's like basic level Christianity. Like, some fleshly things are like security. Like money, monetarily security.
Right.
That's a carnal thing that I have to choose. Literally, I'm giving up natural security and I'm trusting spiritual security.
Wow.
And that's crazy. And that's offensive. That is offensive to normal way of living. For me to say I'm more secure saying God's gonna provide for me than me going after 401k. And nothing wrong with the 401k, but it's just the cost.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
How does a person? All right, producer yelling at me.
Already
That's what I'm saying.
I have another cook question, bro. Let's go.
All right, man, I'm gonna run off on break real quick and come back. Okay, gotta hurry this. I'm just playing. Hurry this break up. Yo, we got more with the Fresh Leftovers Radio Show squad and Black Voices in the building, man. So y'all keep it locked. FullRadioShow.com. You know the vibes. We live and certified, baby. Yo. Yo, what's good, everybody? It's your man, Legacy the Prince.
I am Queen Lee.
It's your boy DJ B4UY.
Yes, sir. It's the Fresh Leftovers Radio Show, man. FlowRadioshow.com. You know the vibes. We live and certified, man. We got Black Voices in the building. Y'all make some noise.
We here, baby. We here, man.
Yo, man, they been kicking with us, man. If you're just now tapping in with us, man, Carlton, you speaking about getting to a place of being content with God, fully just relinquishing everything
100%.
to Him, 100%, right? 150%. How do you get to that place? Because it's so easy to say, like, God, I trust you. God, you know what I'm saying? God, you know, you're the author of my life. God, you know what I mean? It's you, yada yada yada. But then when you're placed in that situation, because I feel like y'all being missionaries, it's like, and I've been able to experience it firsthand with seeing Aaliyah's journey. Like, literally, Aaliyah, I'm talking about boss. She got everything. She know everything clockwork. You know what I'm saying? House, car, clients. You know what I'm saying? Businesses. And it's just like, yo, I literally watched her give it all up. Like, literally. And it's like, to know her, you know what I'm saying? And to actually see that happen and to see her go to Cali. And it's just like, yo, sis, really out on the waters. Like, we talk about it, but she really out there, and it's encouraging for us. But my question is, how do you get to that place where it's like, yo, God, I'm packing it up and I'm out?
Yeah. I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna pass it to Anasia Wiley. But but I think the way that you learn how to give up everything is just giving up the next thing. And so after literally right when there's a moment where you encounter God and you're like, man, God, I want to follow you. There is always a next step of obedience. And there's usually always a next step of temptation too. They're usually side by side. And it's like, in that moment, what do you choose? It's literally, and usually that decides whether or not that encounter was going to mean something to you or whether you just let it be another spiritual moment that you just let fall on the ground, if that makes sense. So choosing the obedience, that next situation, okay, I'm gonna go to church this Sunday, and then you gotta work that Sunday, and you're like, dang, this is like, am I gonna just surrender to work, or am I gonna actually be like, nah, I'm going to church because God met me in a unique way, and I want more of this. You feel me?
Anasia.
I would agree with Carlton. I would also say you really have to take into account what's before you, because I'm even thinking about when Jesus presented the option to so many people, like, leave this and follow me. They literally had to take a look at, okay, Jesus is before me and this is behind me. This is the ultimatum. What am I about to do? And if you don't have vision about what's in front of you, if you don't have clarity about who's asking what of you, it's going to be easy to say no. Because you don't even know who's asking you. Like, the fact that you think you even have a right to say no, it's kind of crazy. Like, your answer should always be yes when it comes to him. And so having an understanding of who's asking what of you and his nature and his character, there wouldn't really be any fear or hesitation towards it, because you know he's good.
Yeah.
I have a question for the person who went to the bathroom.
Hold on. Before that, Aaliyah, how was that whole process for you? Like, just leaving.
Before that, I'm sorry.
You trying to go to Paul right now?
Can we change this song? I'm sorry, it's distracting me. We never have a song like this. Like, what is
this? Techno joint, man.
It's like go popping up beat.
Is that fine?
I don't like it.
Is that fine?
Thank you. Yes.
You know, she like her.
I'm sorry, I was distracted.
She come back and just.
She still got a little trap on her. That's all.
No, I just was really.
She needs 6 more months.
I'm trying to hone in more on nature. See, I didn't. I'm like, what is this? Okay, so what?
So I was just saying, how was the whole process for you? Like what were you feeling? You know, just for the people who didn't know the process behind the scenes like we do, what were you feeling in like that time period of like, okay, God told me to go. I know I got this much time, and then let me get all my ducks in a row, yada yada yada, and then like it all crumbled. Car blew up. House, like it was wild. You remember when she called us? Like, guys, I'm so frustrated right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, how was it? And to still be able to be like, all right, God, I'm a
right.
Ooh.
I think initially, I felt kicked out of my city.
Kicked out? How you feel kicked out?
I felt kicked out because everything started, like, when I was still debating on what I was gonna do, everything started happening wrong. And I felt like, I was like, dang, God, you kicking me out of my city right now. Like, I don't like this. But then once I like thought about it and just like humbled myself before the Lord, I was like, wow, you're calling me. You're calling me to California for a season to do this tour and to do this lecture phase. And during that time of me going, I felt so commissioned. I felt so like empowered to just like do what the Lord is calling me to do. And I feel like, if I'm honest, and I was telling Des this earlier, I feel like if I would have never went to DTS, Discipleship Training School, with the circuit riders, I do not feel like I would have went to the next level in my relationship with the Lord.
Wow.
Because I'm not sure if what I was sitting under could have got me there. I'm not sure if the teaching, the Sunday services, I'm not sure if those things would have got me there. I spent 7 years being developed as a leader, but I wasn't being discipled. So I feel like going to DTS like kind of just changed the whole trajectory of my relationship with the Lord. Like, I was like, I remember when they came 2 years ago, and Anna and Carlton was talking about how, Indonesia was talking about how they left everything. Anna booked a one-way flight. You know what I'm saying? Like, when I heard them say, I don't know if y'all remember, when I heard them say that, I was like, y'all got faith, y'all brave, y'all da-da-da. And to see me 2 years later accept the invitation of bravery on my life.
My God, okay.
Crazy.
Say that, man.
It's crazy. Like, and that's essentially what it's about. Like, that's you was asking Carson, like, how do you get to that point? By accepting the invitation of bravery. Like, by like, I'm telling you, I did not know that you can really live a life laid down. Like, I really did not know that. I thought that this, like, what I was doing was so good. And I was just walking in the fear of the Lord and X, Y, and Z, and I wasn't. Like, I had all the things, and the Lord even gave me those things, and he allowed me to walk in it for a season. But this season of my life taught me that there's more. Like, there's just more. Like, there's more on the throne. There's more at risk. There's more to say. There's more to do. There's more people to go get. And I've never felt so commissioned, so called, so empowered, so chosen. And to have the language to finally say what I want to say. Like, I never had language to put, like, I never been able to put in words where I wanted to be with my relationship with the Lord. And I have the words now. And I can finally say, like, I'm for real partnering with the Lord in my life and like walking with him for real. So that whole process of giving up everything, it was so hard. And I'm not gonna lie, sometimes I still reminisce about what I had and where I was, but I know that the Lord is gonna just do more than I can even think or imagine when I get back. Like I'm I'm literally not concerned. Like I still got stuff that I could be worried about right now. Like my car still ain't fixed. And I'm back in 3.5 weeks. I need a whole motor, $3,000. And I'm a missionary with $300 in my pocket. So it's like
Borrow $20.
but yeah, I think the main things that helped me, if I'm honest, was the Lord kept answering prayers. He kept confirming things. My tour leaders, my team, the lecture phase, my house moms, like, and I call them my house moms, but I know they're not really moms. But I love calling them that because Bijou, shout out to Bijou. But like they really like helped me and trained me. And then the next thing that like really helped me was like seeing the Lord move in my man. Like literally the things that I would pray for while I was in lecture phase and even on
First
tour.
of all, don't ever look down like that because when she wasn't here and her name came up, it was bright.
Ooh.
Come on, he about to blush. Go ahead.
But no, like literally praying for things and then seeing the Lord. Like I'd be like, Lord, help him. Like it. Like okay, I'm finna say this. Okay, it'll be a time like during tour and he'll be like, I don't understand why you gotta do that. Why you gotta do this? Why you can't do this? Why you? And I'm like, hey, this is tour. Like I'm not in charge of anything. I can't do anything about it. And I watched the Lord humble him and soften his heart. I literally went to pray and I was like, Lord, give him a heart for what I'm doing. Help him understand what I'm doing. I know he at home and he just ready for me to come back. And then I had to like this, like it's so crazy because I did not know the importance. I know I'm going long, y'all. It's just like so much that just want to come out of me. I did not understand the importance of repentance. So when I started to repent to him for things that I was doing, Des literally sat down and he was like, babe, I just want to repent for not helping you stay on focus while you on tour. Because I could have stewarded that better. I could have like allowed you to like your focus to go somewhere else. But to see you like stay focused and things like that, the Lord has really been convicting my heart. And I just want to repent to you and say that I'm sorry and that I will never step in the way again of what the Lord is telling you to do. And you're gonna
Mighty
be
man of God.
He was like, you're gonna be
Mighty
back
man of
in a
God.
couple weeks. Like I'm good. Like I can hold off. And I watched him go from exploding every time I told him something to okay. So what is the Lord saying? What is the Lord saying? And I'm like, okay. So all of that in a nutshell is what like basically got me to the point of where I am right now. And that's how I took like, wow, I gave everything to the Lord, but wow, I watched all of my relationships and my personal relationship with the Lord go to the next level. And I wouldn't trade that for my house and my car back.
Wow, Jesus.
Keep that $3,000, Jesus.
I wouldn't trade that at all. And mark my words, the Lord gonna pay for my engine.
Oop.
Watch. Yeah, Chloe. I see you, Chloe. Praise the Lord for me.
Come on. So, church hands.
So real
That's
quick,
worth a shout.
I did want to ask the gentleman, because that was his first time with you guys.
Yeah, Paul, where you at, man? Come
Paul,
on in
pull
here.
up,
Hey,
Paul.
Paulie.
Make some noise for Paul.
Come on, big Paul.
God.
He coming down like the price is right, y'all.
Come on, man. He gonna
Come on.
I said he was coming down like
Yeah,
Okay,
he's
so
good.
while we wait on Paul to come back, can I ask Devanya a question?
Yes.
Devanya, this is your first tour
Oh, this
as
her
a
first
tour
too?
leader.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
And this is her first year on staff. How, like, just tell me, like, has it been struggles? Has it been easy? Like, what has the Lord been teaching you? First tour
Yes.
as a leader and first year of staff.
Yes. The first thing that just pops in my mind is the Lord really entrusted me with this. Like I could have been doing anything. I could be anywhere. But the fact that I'm a whole missionary on tour, nobody in my family has ever done such a thing.
Yeah.
So it's like, what a privilege and an honor to do so. But man, all the dying to myself, dying to my flesh, all the junk and the mess that is constantly coming up in my heart. And the Lord is like, okay, this has to die. If you are called to bring people into freedom and breakthrough, you need to come into that same reality yourself. So it's constantly has been reminding me like, oh gosh, like I'm just a piece of dust out here and you could use anybody. But the fact that you are bringing this stuff in my life, it means something because you entrust me with so many lives and so many, like souls are on the line.
Yeah.
Like at the end of the day. And the fact that the Lord wants to use me to bring Jesus or to bring an ounce of like love or peace or joy, whatever it is, like I need to take my own personal freedom like seriously as well, and have so much fun in doing it. Like, it's okay if I mess up. It's okay if I don't know everything.
Right.
The Lord is such a good father and such a good leader to just simply teach me. And I think also just being in this season of like, and we also just touched on it this morning of like, I want to be a whole woman of God, but I first need to learn how to be a daughter first and just rest in that and simply lead and grow from that place.
Wow.
Facts.
That's so good.
Paul.
Yo,
Everybody.
Dallas in the building. You know
Oh
what
my
it is.
God.
Dallas in the building. What's going on?
So Paul, how was the
Hold on, bro. You gotta call Paul in here.
He like, I called Paul in here.
So this is your first time, correct?
What's going on? Yeah, this is
All
my
right.
first
So I want to
time.
know how obedience has changed your life.
And it's a blessing. Honestly, where I came from, didn't have a lot of, people there to tell me the right way. And so coming into God's world and narrow path, it's like been amazing. And walking into Black voices, walking into this Black culture, and just walking fully and boldly, it changed me a lot. And yeah, it's been amazing. It's a road, and just being here with amazing people and knowing that I'm pursuing Jesus, and pursuing him as God's son, not as men, because we all, like she said, we have to be sons and daughters to Jesus before we be men and women to Jesus. And so it's just been amazing to walk in that, and definitely we had to talk about it today. And I've been like so vulnerable about it because when I grew up, I had to grow up quick and be a man to myself. And so I forgot all about being a son.
Jesus.
And so
Wow.
now me realizing on this road is I have to be a son to God, because he put me in situations where you're tough. Yes, you're tough. I put you in that situation to be tough, but also don't forget that you're my son. And so, yeah, it's been amazing, honestly. Yeah.
Can I just say, Paul is literally 18 years old, y'all.
18.
Like, literally 18, gave up everything. Like, obviously, he could tell more of his story, but, like, I just want to seriously honor Paul. Like, dude literally gave up so much at 18 years old. It's crazy.
That's crazy.
Bro, you know what I was doing at 18? Sheesh.
Yeah.
Man, I can't even talk about it. I was wilding at 18.
Yeah.
All right, man, we gonna run off on a break real quick. You had anything?
No, I was watching him.
All right, cool. We gonna run off on another break real quick. We got more with Black Voices when we come back. So y'all keep it locked. Yo, what's good, everybody? It's your man, Legacy the Prince.
I am Queen Lee.
It's your boy DJ B4EY.
Yes, sir. It's the Fresh Leftovers Radio Show, flowradioshow.com. You know the vibes. We live and certified, baby. We got Black Voices in the building if you're just not tapping.
Yes, sir. Tap in. We here, baby.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So listen, I got a quick question for y'all, right? As tour leaders and dealing with the people that you're leading on tour, right? How do y'all deal with discrepancies amongst yourselves?
Interesting.
Told you I had a good
Not
one.
all at once.
Told you I had a good one. And I got another banger coming.
Yeah.
You mean like if we beefing?
Oh, let's put it
You can lower it. Yeah.
You mean like if we're beefing?
Yeah, like everybody. You know what I mean? Because I know Leah's a lot.
First
But
of all,
I know Leah. I know that first couple weeks, it was like, hey, we need you to tone it down.
they've actually never told me that. They always encourage how bold I am and that I should use it on the campus.
On the campus.
But they don't got nothing to do with you bullying
That's
everybody.
true.
Powerful
On the
wording.
camp, that's very true.
They don't got nothing to do with you bullying
Where's the
everybody.
campus though?
What'd you say?
All the
All of them.
campuses that we go to.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's cool. Just
So
make
how do
sure.
y'all deal with that amongst yourself? Like if y'all beefing, if people
gonna answer
amongst y'all beefing. Y'all
Nasia, why you gonna answer that?
Okay. I can start at least. So literally, it takes being like real. Like we are literally all human beings, and so we've had so many moments, even just amongst us as leaders, where we're like, okay, we're talking crazy to each other. What's going on? Here? What are we doing here? And so I think it starts with that place of like, okay, I'm a human, they're humans. Like, let's just start with humility and grace from the jump. And then from there, like we oftentimes just have real deal family moments. Like literally yesterday and today, we just took time to be like, yo, what kind of culture are we going to choose to live out?
Yeah.
Because I think the reality is that, like, because everyone comes from different backgrounds, like, you can choose to remain in your own culture, but then when God says, like, okay, I want unity out of y'all, that means, like, dang, I actually have to give up everything, like, every assumption I make about how things should be ran, or like if we're being on time and stuff like that, every assumption I make gets thrown out the window, and I have to choose, like, dang, in all of my authenticity, I'm literally gonna lay down my own culture and pick up team culture. And so even like today, like we took time to just address offense. Like literally, offense literally creates a barrier between us. And so to protect from that, it's like, yo, let's call out offense for what it is, and just like come back as a family in all love for real.
Yeah.
So that's at least how it started off. I'm not sure.
It's good. It's good. Back to you, sis. Come on now. He kicked it off. You ain't gonna run from this one.
We have had some beef amongst the tour leaders. I'm pretty sure I was the cause of most of it.
Wow.
Believe it or not.
No, false.
I'm just
I believe it for some reason.
I'm just
I don't know
very.
what it is.
I have very strong opinions.
My bad.
Sometimes I don't express it the best way. But I would say the main thing is also. What'd you say?
No.
I would also say the main thing is remembering that we're all on the same team. Like, you're not my enemy. We actually have an enemy that we're supposed to be fighting together, and he's currently trying to divide us. So let's come back into reality and understand that we're on the same team, and we need to be on the same page. And that doesn't mean that it needs to always be rainbows and sunshines. Like, I could tell you, I didn't like how you just said that, or I don't like that idea. And that shouldn't jeopardize our friendship or our relationship or our dynamic as a leader, as a leadership team, or as a team even in general. Because if it does, then what was really the foundation? Was the foundation just you agreeing with everything I say? Or was it genuinely like the kingdom and getting solution?
That's good. Carlton, you had anything? Bryce, one of y'all?
Go ahead, Bryce. Oh, yeah.
Bryce, lean forward. Like,
No, I agree with Anasia. I think it's just, I think it really is that place of like we are on the same team. I'm even reminded of like my parents, like that's literally like their slogan for their marriage is like same team, and like they'll pound. So I think it's just so special of like it really is same team, and we're like the Bible says, right? The war is not against flesh and blood, but against spirits and principalities of the world. So it's even taking that in the biblical concept of like, oh, like we're not like the war is not against what we're doing physically or even in like the manifestation of it physically, but it's like the enemy's just trying to separate us. The enemy's just trying to do whatever he can to get a foothold, to create division, to create all these different things. And so I think it really does point back to reminding like it goes beyond like just leading a tour. It's like in your marriage, leading people, like whatever it is that God has called you to be a leader in, is reminding yourself like, oh, we're on the same team and we're heading to the same goal. So like Nathan's not heading to a goal that I'm not aware about. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So we're both heading to the same goal.
That's so good.
And so it's just reminding yourself in that same vein.
That's so good. So good.
He said that was it.
I think as a student watching them, I think that one of the main things that I realized about our tour leaders are that they understand that it's not a hierarchy and that they aren't afraid to repent. Like, even to us students, if something happened, something was misconstrued, if it's even beef between a tour leader and a student, they're not afraid to repent. They're not too prideful to repent to us. They'll let us know, like, I definitely could have said that better, or I definitely could have not have said that at all. And it could have, we could have, it's some things that, because they understand they have blind spots too. So they will repent and they will let us know, or they just like, I don't know, they do a good job at like helping us understand why a thing is a thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, without just giving too much, like, they help us understand, like, this has to happen because this and previous tours from this. And I'm like, okay, I get it. So, yeah, I would just like to honor them and say, like, they do a really good job at just, like, not being prideful, repenting, and, like, going low. Yeah. Like the other day, Carlton called himself a doormat, and I was like, wow, I would never call myself a doormat, but that is a good analogy for humbling yourself. Yeah. So, yeah.
Crunch for crunch, right, Leah?
Crunch for crunch. That's ours.
You go ahead, you are.
No, okay. So with all that being spoken, like, when do you guys, you guys are on the go a lot. So when do you guys rest?
March 14th. That's the official day we rest. Okay?
So after this tour is over, you guys just go back home for a while, and that's it.
Yeah, so we have in between this tour, we have a 2-week break, and then you jump back into more work, call center stuff. But I would say to answer your question, I think that's how you have to really, Legacy was saying it, prioritize your intimacy with God.
Yeah,
He is your rest, and so like literally what you said. If I'm not in my word at the beginning of the morning, and I go try to lead a team, I'm gonna be irritated about small things. Cause tour, you on the road with 12 people 24/7. And so if God's with me and like I'm tapped in, I'm great. Like I'm leading from the place of rest. But if I don't take time for real and like actually be like, yo, for me to be my best self leading the team or just on the team, I have to get time with God, right? And so here's the thing, there's not a lot of time. So it means sacrificing free time for God time. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So I gotta sacrifice YouTube. I gotta sacrifice Instagram. I gotta sleep for the sake of getting with God. Otherwise, tomorrow I will be mad and annoyed, and that just is what it is. You feel me?
Yeah.
So good, bro.
Okay, for this next question, I would love to get Brooke, Chloe, and Danny in here.
Yeah.
Come on, Black Voices team. Get in here. We're gonna make some room for y'all.
Get my brother and my sisters in here.
Come on. Yeah, let's switch.
Oh, don't go too far though.
No, we're gonna stay in the building.
I got another banger. You're landing on this one.
Yeah, I'm gonna stand too. Come on, guys.
Pull up.
Hey, they in the building. Y'all can just fill in the seats and stuff. You can take this mic.
So yeah, Danny, and then Brooke right here, and then Chloe.
I like. Oh, y'all thought y'all was just gonna be in there chilling, eating all the pizza and snacks and stuff.
All the pizza gone.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
Y'all, one time.
I'm a student. This is my first tour. Y'all are students. This y'all first tour. I put all mine on the table. I want to know, how has it been being on tour as a student, coming out of lecture phase? All the things that you learned from over there, applying them on tour. Like, what has been the biggest struggle and like the thing that you feel like the Lord is like teaching you the most?
Take your time. One at a time.
Let's start with you. In the mic. Let's start with you. Yeah.
Danny need to go first.
I gotta go first. I do.
Yeah.
Yo. Where am I from? From Jersey one time. Yo. Man, I think biggest thing I'm learning, I think really to piggyback off of what Carlton said, like the priority with time with Jesus is paramount. And I think one of the things the Lord told me before I came out to California, he was like, Danny, this could be the most dangerous spiritual season for you in your life. And I was like, what do you mean? I'm about to go out to California, do all this ministry. What are you talking about? He was like, yeah, because you could actually go through 3 months of all this ministry and not get no personal time with me. Whoa. And so it's really, really easy in an environment like this to actually do all the stuff and think that your relationship with God is actually flourishing, but it's actually dry because you got no time. And that could be, and you would think that not because you around with the people, you learning, you in the word, that's not the case. But like, again, if you're not getting up to spend time with the Lord, if you're not spending time in prayer, you will leave tour, go home, and you're not in that environment, and you'll fall like crazy. And you'll be backsliding, you'll be back in sin, you'll be back in addiction, and be like, why did that happen? I thought I was good. No, because you don't really spend no time with him. And so actually, like, even coming like off of lecture phase and going home for 3 weeks, I caught myself, I was like, oh snap, I don't have my regular worship times. Like, I'm out having the regular times where we're out together, like reading the Bible. Like, I had to catch myself because my soul wanted to eat, but I wasn't feeding it with God because I wasn't getting the regular dose from automatic from where I was at. And so I think that's the biggest thing I've learned. Like, I really have to tap into that. So I feel like that.
So good.
That's good. Who else?
I think for me, like, learning the definition of true surrender in this season has been huge. I know, Leah, you started off by saying, like, we've laid things down. And before I came to CRX and Discipleship Training School, I went to grad school, got my master's, was working full time, had a job laid up, and God said, are you willing to lay that down and go do full-time missions? And so I faced like executives looking at me like, well, how's this gonna correlate with your future or your job, and me not even having an answer and being like, I'm just gonna go and do it. But finding even like through the journey of true surrender is not just physically laying things down, but like in your heart.
Yeah.
Have you surrendered the fact that God has you here, and how are you handling that season, right? So on the outside, yes, I laid all these things down, but I realized in my heart, I still didn't fully surrender because I'm complaining, I'm reminiscing, I'm like, why am I here sometimes? And just realizing that, man, true surrender is a heart posture of, God, I'm in this season because you brought me here. Let me work this thing out internally, and just posture my heart right before you. And honestly, that's something that I settled like a week ago, honestly. On the outside looking in, people like, oh my gosh, I can't believe you did what you did. You're so surrendered. But in my heart didn't match that. And the Lord can see my heart. And so just learning true surrender, it's not just an external thing, but it's internal, and the Lord sees your heart before just the external things.
Yeah, that's so good, Chloe.
So you know.
Did I go close? Is this good?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can bring it a little bit closer if you need to.
Okay. I don't want to break it.
No,
All right.
it
All
won't.
right. Okay. Good. I would say it's a lot of things that I think the Lord has been like bringing me through, being on tour and just even in lecture phase back in California. But I think the main thing is like, okay, am I really going to say yes to God? Kind of like on the same vein as Chloe. Am I going to say yes to God no matter the cost? Like, am I willing to really lay my life down and not just say it with my words, not making my mouth just say a thing, with my heart actually mean it? And I think just graduating from Spelman and my parents having this like expectation of me of like, you need to go and do something like with your life that is going to show like it's a path leading to something. Because the missionary field is to go into that after undergrad, spending like all this money on school is not a traditional route. And so I think even in my season of transition, it was like, dang, I want a pat on my back from my parents. I want a pat on my back from the people around me instead of all the questions and like, what are you going to do? You need to know what you're doing by May. And I'm like, well, I'm just following the Lord. And so I think even being here on tours, like I've had moments of, what am I doing here for real? Like, why am I doing this? And the Lord just saying like, are you going to trust me? And am I worthy? Like, at the end of the day, is Jesus worthy of this? And so, I think that's like been the major thing. And even just being around everybody here and seeing how they've laid their lives down, it's been such an encouragement of like, wow, God, like you came and met everyone individually and caught them up in your story, and I'm in it. And so it really just gave me the ability to have a heart of gratitude. And just be grateful, like to be grateful. It's a privilege to be able to go out and see that the harvest is ripe up close. And so, hopefully that answered the question. Yeah.
That's amazing. That's amazing. That's amazing, man. Y'all clap it up for yourselves one time, man. Let's talk, man. Let's talk. So next time y'all gonna sit, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Pass the torch. All right, so I got one last question, right? And I guess this is for the tour leaders, right? It's my last question. So I know y'all been walking with God for a very long time in this whole entire kind of vibe with Black Voices, right? I've been on a lot of tours, being at the school and getting the type of training that you've been getting. Like, this is stuff, I came back home and I'm like, yo, man, to wake up in this every single day would be crazy. You know what I'm saying? And to have access to this every single day and just learning and growing and just, what are some things like spiritually, emotionally type of vibes you guys are still like struggling in? Y'all been in it so long. Y'all growing. This is the type of training that people wish they had back at the crib. But like, what are some areas it's like, yo, God, I know I've been in it, but I'm still like, this is still a thing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, literally this morning, we was talking about offense. Like, offense is deadly. Is deadly. And we was talking about like, just like we literally, especially on tour, it comes up so often. And we realize that you ever met those people that are like, 100 years old and they're just so bitter. So many of us live lives constantly offended, like we're 100 years old and life didn't go right for us, but we're 25. But I complain about everything. I grumble about everything. And I was like, dang, that's the very thing that stopped Israel from walking in the promised land. Maybe I should deal with that. So I would say even in my own life, like just learning, how do I not be offended? Like there is a way and a place that I'm so in tune with God for real that I'm not like, everything doesn't irritate me. Does that make sense? So I say just personally for me, that's a big one. And then even, I'll say this, even like for me, like learning how to be led, right? You're always called to lead. And then so it's hard sometimes when you're called to follow. But usually they should be happening at the same time. And so when someone starts telling me what to do, I'm like, nah, I'm the leader, you feel me? And you gotta catch it in your mind of like, wait, hold on, when did I get this mindset? Where did this come from where I can't submit anymore? Because I'm the leader, you feel me? So that's me.
Bryce, what up?
It's funny, even in that same vein, I think for me, it's like I still struggle with control. I was literally sharing this with Nathan, but it's so easy for me to like want to control things and want to control outcomes because I'm afraid that the Lord won't show up in those areas. So it could be practically in ministry, it could be practically in music, but even practically like financially, right? Or just even anything that's in my heart that I'm afraid that like, okay, Lord, like I'm going to try everything I can do to control this or control that because I'm afraid that you won't show up because maybe other people haven't showed up for me in those different moments. It's easy to even project that feeling or emotion on God and be like, well, since Susie Q did that on me, like you're gonna do that to me too. You know, does that make sense? Yeah. And so I read this rap lyric to our team this morning. I feel like led to read it, but since it's a hip hop radio show, shout out.
Yeah. About to quote Jay-Z.
No. It's actually Andy Mineo. How about that? Okay, shout out, man. But one of the lines says, "Anxiety is fear mixed with control, and when you can't control something, the only thing left to do is to rage." And so, like for me, it's like, oh, when I can't control something, the only thing left for me to do is to like explode because I'm like nervous, I'm anxious, whatever. Like I can't control this. It's not my way. Oh my gosh! And then I'm exploding on people. I'm bleeding on people that I didn't need to bleed on. And so for me personally, it's like relinquishing any area of control, not just ministry, but even the things that are near and dear to my heart. That I'm like, okay, Lord, I don't really trust you in this, but teach me how to trust you.
Yeah, I can go. I would say for myself, passivity. Like literally, passivity will like keep you trapped in this place of like I'm gonna wait for someone else to step up. You know what I mean? And I think like with passivity trying to like rob me out of like walking in who I'm called to be. Every single day, I'm challenged to choose like a life of action. Like our each of us are counting on one another, but my team is counting on me. And so anytime I allow passivity to rob my voice, I'm literally robbing my team of value. And so I think like whether it shows up in dealing with personal things, like we all know, of course, like temptation and stuff like that comes. And living a life of passivity will say like, oh, Lord, I hope this passes over this time. But they're like, yo, there's actually real deal action steps to walk in freedom, right? Come on. And so even with that, like being on a tour team, it forces me to choose a life of action, you know? So yeah, I'm gonna say that for mine.
I would say even for me, even though this is my first year being on staff as like Black Voices, is ultimately fully accepting my call to lead and whatever that looks like. I think for majority of my life, like I've been in some forms of role of leadership, but for the most part, it looked like me playing in the background in some form, in some way. And so I feel like even just growing deeper in my relationship with God, it's like, okay, like I said earlier, the Lord is really taking me seriously. I need to take myself seriously and fully embrace like the call of leadership on my life in whatever way that looks like. And so the same vein of just like not being passive, not withholding what the Lord has given me, because I am called to live like a life of servitude and a life where the oil that I've stored up is being poured out. And so
it's powerful.
Last one.
Oh, we ran out of time. I would say for myself, it would be just understanding that my identity as a daughter is not in what I do, and that if circuit riders, Black Voices vanish tomorrow, can I still be solid in my relationship with the Lord and not depending on a ministry to sustain my relationship or even a calling on my life. Like there are dreams and visions that he's given me apart from anything that I'm doing currently. And will I still have the will to carry it out if it's just me and him? Or do I need to be attached to a ministry to do that?
Wow.
Ooh, that's powerful. All right, man. I could sit here and talk to y'all all day.
Facts.
All right, man. Let's go around the room. Let everybody know where they can follow y'all.
Oh, do y'all want people to follow y'all?
Nah.
You can,
I know some people don't care for
follow
that.
Black Voices.
You can follow our movement, Black Voices Movement, Black Voices MVMT on Instagram. I don't know if we're on Facebook, but we actually coming back to Atlanta in April. Tell them about the Missions Week.
Oh yeah, listen, if you're in an ATL, we about to be back, I believe, the 3rd week of April. And basically what this is, it's a citywide outreach for 1 week. And so we're going to be doing a citywide baby shower. So if you have a kid or you're expecting, man, we're going to invite you to come receive the stuff you need, whatever it is, diapers, formula, all the things. We trying to have a citywide basketball tournament for the men. We about to go crazy. So, man, come be involved. That's going to be in April. Check it out on our Instagram, our website. You'll see it there.
And Queen Lee performing. So
oh yeah.
Performing.
I know what it is.
Listen, man, I just wanted to tell y'all, man, thank you for being who you guys are, man. For real. Like, even just listening and just hearing all the testimonies and all the stories, like, I'm really inspired, like, for real. And surrender is something that I am still working on 100%. Like, that hundo. You know what I'm saying? Like, God, you know, and he's walking me through it slowly, you know? And there's a little bit of me that I don't want to say control, you know what I'm saying? But I like to see things kind of, and DJ always is on me like, yo, bro, like, bro, fall back, just let the team do it. Not saying that I gotta, you know, it has to run through my hands or else, but it's just like, man, I just want to make sure it gets done correct and this, that. And so he's like, bro, you just gotta sit back, you know. So, and I guess that falls in the category of control in some way, which is absolute. So I'm still working on that, and I wonder if Black Voices got I got like a daycare or something. I can bring my daughter with me to Cali for 6 months. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm talking junk.
You need somewhere to put your wife too and the dog.
She gonna suffer with me. It's me. And the dog will be all right. You know what I'm saying? But nah, on the real though, I really appreciate you all because you're inspiring so much people and you're blessing so much people. I think one of y'all posted like 20,000 plus people on tour, guys.
Yeah.
I was like, yo, these numbers is crazy.
Wow.
20,000 people?
Yeah, man.
That's wild, you know, and you guys are doing such an amazing thing and you guys are such an inspiration. So y'all keep going, keep grinding, keep doing your thing, man, for real. For real. We love y'all.
For real.
The only thing I can say is thank y'all for answering the call. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because what you guys do is not easy, and it's a sacrifice. Wow. Yeah, man. But that's what this walk is. You know what I'm saying? So keep doing it. Just stay, like you said, what did it say? Stay posturated, stay a walking floor mat. Cause that's what it's gonna take.
Say that, man.
I know that is for sure. It's gonna take that, bro.
Should we hit him with the outro for the theme song that we be doing for the host?
Wait, before you do that,
Oh, yeah.
Where can people give, invest, sow into the Black Voices movement just to make sure, you know, y'all are good. Y'all take care of, like,
go to the
millions
website.
of people listening. So.
Yeah. Go to the website, Black Voices Movement. .com.
BlackVoicesMovement.com.
Yeah. Or you can follow us on Instagram too.
Click to donate option.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, man.
Outro,
y'all ready?
Yeah.
You ready?
Okay. 5, 6, 7. I wanna say thank you. I wanna say thank you. I wanna say thank you. Let's go, Stick. Thank you. I wanna say thank you.
But wait. That's not exactly. That's not real. We got a real song. Start our real song. Danny, you started.
He didn't
Have to.
But he came again. He didn't have to. He came again. He didn't have to. He came again. He came again. He came again. He didn't have to. You guys spit your verse, please. He came again. He came again.
He came again. No shame again. Let me see your name and fame again.
We love y'all, man. Seriously, we love y'all.
Yes, sir. Make sure y'all follow the Black Voices movement. Sow a seed, man. Be a blessing, Flow Mafia. We love y'all and we out. Peace.
Love y'all.